Oh, wow. Have you ever been so excited that your body just decides to, once the thing is done, that your body's just like, oh my gosh, and it feels like all of your energy just drains and you can't think, and it's like, oh. Well, yeah, that's what's happening right now. Let me tell you what happened exactly. So, if you're new here, hi, I'm C, and no, this is not my usual configuration of video, and also, I usually have better setup. But anyway, so this is what happened. For the past 9 weeks, I've been waiting to get my ID, whether it be through the many delays that I have to do. It's like I had to do a change of address and then wait days between that. And then, after you change your address, like days after that. But to really start, it was like I didn't know that I was going to have to do all that. I thought I could just call my investment company and have them send money to a banking account that they had already sent money to. Apparently, no, policies have changed. And so, hence I call it like the saga of the missing ID. I should call it that. So, anyway, yes, there had been the days of waiting after that. And then, because I'm in a different state to my ID, where my ID is, they're like, well, do you have anybody you can send it to? Because then we can't send it directly to where you are. And I was like, so finally found a family member that I was like, okay, well, maybe. So I sent the ID to my family member, and it goes to mail it, but the mail people are like, oh, we can't send it this certain way with a signature guarantee or whatever, and do a signature guarantee because basically I'm in Hawaii. Hawaii is the middle of the Pacific, and they can't guarantee the specific dates. So it's like, okay. And he's like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? I was like, okay, well, just send a signature guarantee. And, it gets here. It gets here as soon as possible. So it was due to be on, what is today? Monday. And, so I'm excited on Monday. Like, okay, it's coming on Monday. Yeah, super good, super good. So I get up early, toss the door open, and I'm staring. Like, at the open door, like, okay, Saturday, I went all day basically staring at the door, out of the front door window, just like waiting. And it didn't show up. It didn't show up. I was so sad. And then it was like, I got a text message randomly that was like, oh, well, basically saying that you missed your package. And I'm like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was literally staring. Most of the day. Out the window. And anyway, on top of that, should somebody come to the door, there was a ring. There's a ring here. So I would have heard said person come to the door. Nobody came to the door, so they said we left the receipt in the mailbox. And I'm like, at that point, I was like, what do you mean? I was like, you missed my package. It's like, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I can get my thing right now, and oh my gosh, let me go ahead and, hurry up to the mailbox, and I gotta get Uber there because I don't have a car, and all this stuff, right? And so I'm texting my other room, like, hey, can I borrow the car, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wait a minute. It's like, so I looked back at the website again, right? And it said, reschedule. I was like, I could just reschedule. I had that whole text long conversation with my friend for nothing. I just reschedule it. This is what happens to my brain when I'm like, I was like, oh, no, right? It's like, oh, you know what? No, I'm not gonna pay extra for an Uber when I could just have them reschedule it. But then, my friend is telling me, he's like, hey, um, you can try again, but he said I had two packages that were supposed to come to the house, and I waited all day from work, and they like never delivered it, saying that they delivered it, and I'm just like, but I was undeterred. I was not having. I was like, no, I feel like really, God, absolute, infinite intelligence is on my side, and I'm like, so I look at the website again, and I'm like, all right, what can I do? All the things I learned to see to it. I said, and also, please, divine intelligence, God is God, absolute. Please help me to get this, get my ID to the door. And, so there's an empty box at the bottom. It says, you schedule, you get to fill in your thing. It says notes. And I said, can you please make sure to send it to the house? I said, mahalo. And then I was like, okay, please and thank you. I said to myself, poof, hit the send. So, this is the send of wait till the schedule it for the next day. And lo and behold, interesting, pretty early for Hawaii. Here's a bing bong, and someone is at your door. I was like, holy cow. So I was like, that's it. I literally still have my bonnet on. And store. And I was like, oh, she had the package. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And blah, blah, blah. So now, yes, I had it in my hand, the ID. Now, I don't know, the lesson in this is going to be at the end. So, and I'm going to reiterate this probably over the next couple of videos, but I open the envelopes, first envelope, second envelope, and inside a small envelope is my ID, just my driver's license. I look at it, Now, first of all, it looks really different to how the IDs used to look. And secondly, I noticed, my motorcycle endorsement was missing. And I was counting on that because I want to rent a scooter when I'm in Thailand or in Southeast Asia, anywhere. Bali, wherever I'm going to be. Excuse me. And so I'm like, oh no. And granted, I was like, okay, the first order of business is to be able to transfer the money, okay? But secondly, I thought it was weird. So I was like, okay, I know that, for the state, you can call the driver's license place and they schedule like a callback. And so I was like, okay, it usually takes about an hour for them to like call you back or something like that. So I scheduled for a callback to ask the question on that. First of all, good thing that happens. Another good thing happens. It happened to be like only wait 10 minutes for a callback. Wait for a callback. Not only do I get a callback, like a little bit early even, like 9 minutes. And I get this really nice lady, a little sweet lady. And she says to me, well, and I tell her the problem. It's like, hey, my endorsement's missing. And she's like, that's weird. She's like, wait, they didn't tell you had to take a written test to keep your motorcycle, not to keep my motorcycle endorsement, but to have it on my ID. And I was like, no. She's like, they shouldn't have let you leave without doing your endorsement. And I was like, or doing the test for the endorsement. I'm like, I'm just like, oh no. She's like, yeah, well, she's like, you can turn in your ID to where you are and see what it takes to get your motorcycle endorsement there. And I was like, oh man. I was like, okay. But this lady's really cool. So get that bit of news. I was like, okay, well, whatever. At least I have my ID and I can then get my start doing whatever it is I need to do to get to transfer money. Call the investment company. I have to do more forms and send copy. I knew about copy of my ID, right? But I had to send this form, and on this form, I had this thing called it's something different to notary. And so I'm like, what is this? And so I called them. They're like, oh no, you don't have to do that. Just send a copy of your driver's license and fill out the paperwork and fax it to us, y'all. And fax it to us feels like the part where it was like, do you know, up to right now, I've been trying to fax this phone number for the past 2 hours. 2 hours. I will keep on trying. Don't get me wrong. Every like 20 minutes, I'm gonna keep on trying. But y'all, that's where I am, and I just want to record that real quick because that's what's going on. So yeah, got the thing, and now I'm like with my whole, literally with how I'm feeling. I'm I'm zapped of my energy right now. And yeah. Oh, so the lesson in that is, if you have an investment company, make sure they have your updated address. Yeah, that was it. This whole rigmarole could have been solved if I'd have just remembered, and all of my moving around and shuffling around and all that kind of thing throughout the years to hey, just send us your new address or do whatever all the paperwork would have been. And chances are the paperwork back then would have been hella easier than it is now. So yeah, update your addresses on all your important documents. Even the birds say so. Alrighty, aloha. Have a wonderful day.